Lies of P is the first Souls-like to really sink its teeth into me. At the time of writing, I'm over 10 hours in, and to be honest, my time with this game has flown by. In order to beat the first boss in Lies of P, I thought I would end up needing to consult a build guide or a walkthrough. The beauty of Lies of P is all I really needed was some sweat, tense button twitches, and a better understanding of how the Souls genre encourages the cycle of dying and trying again. It was through Lies of P that I came to the realization that in a Souls-like, I can circle back to collect more currency and level up the powers and skills of Timothee Pinocchio Chalamet. Dying is elegantly baked into the gameplay loop. This might sound elementary to you, but to me, this was like finding a golden goose. Skyrim is sort of my reference point for most games, and if you die in Skyrim, you don't get more XP. You reload your last save and try it from a different angle, and that's not the case with Lies of P. As long as I spend my skill points, P can strike faster or harder or soak up more damage. In the same way that platformers can be grueling tests of memory, muscle, and precise tactile controller movements, I thought the only way to beat a Souls-like game is to play, replay, and hope that your motor skills catch up. In Lies of P, I've pushed this spending ergo before dying mechanic as far as I could. Ergo is the currency you collect when vanquishing enemies. It's also one of the most common currencies you'll find in Lies of P. The game design kind of gated me from taking this exploit too far. At a certain point, they'll say something like, you'll need to progress further before upgrading P anymore. Lies of P is a deep action RPG, and it's really fun to play. It's kind of addicting. This character action RPG stars Timothée Chalamet's doppelganger as Pinocchio. The setting is a twisted, bloodborne style oceanside Victorian city. The region you explore centers around a vintage hotel called Hotel Kraut. And as a John Wick fan who adores the scenes that take place at the Continental, I love when a game's home base has a charming feel to it. There are countless mysteries afoot in Kraut, and I find the city intriguing as it's overrun by animatronic steampunk puppets. The humans you meet are also interesting and diverse in their design. The visual representation of the city's characteristics is particularly strong. The art direction is compelling and focused. There are pops of color, but most of the city feels like an old European town plagued by darkness, dread, and terror. At the same time, there's a quiet luxuriousness to the city's Gothic architectural design. The environments are filled with glass curios, aged wood boxes, and metallic gears. You get an interesting mixture of these materials to kind of swipe at and dig through. And like any good action RPG, smashing boxes is rewarding. Occasionally, you'll stumble upon valuable loot that can be spent or converted into skills or weapon upgrades. I can't always keep track of what everything does, so I just grab it and show it to all of the merchants and craftsmen to kind of say, hey, can you use this, or can I buy something with it? As you creep through alleyways, climb ladders, and hop from rooftop to rooftop, you'll cross into these interconnected zone areas of Kraut. You'll use fast travel to go back to areas that allow you to farm for ergo, which can be harvested from your enemies and used later as currency. So if you hit a wall with a certain boss or enemy infested area, don't forget to turn around and farm for more ergo. P has a mechanical arm that you can also spec out, or you could buy projectiles, which I found are not to be underestimated because they are quite clutch, especially against a boss or a really tough enemy. These projectile items can be equipped and thrown at enemies in order to take out a good chunk of their health and give you that extra edge. You also have a dodge and a block mechanic. You have special moves with fable arts. You can kind of charge up your sword and get more buffs by drinking potions. And the more that I've been able to master all of these tools at my disposal, the more manageable the game's difficulty starts to feel. The UI is nice to look at and feels pretty immersive. However, I'm over 10 hours in and I still feel like I'm just barely getting a grasp for how to engage with all the game's systems. I just throw a bunch of stuff onto my belt and hope that I'll have access to what I need when I need it. I've been so enamored with this game and really love the fact that it's on Game Pass. I'm hoping to beat it within the next week or two, so I'm sure I'll have more to say about the game on the channel. Remember, don't be afraid to make mistakes, especially if you're new to the genre like myself. Let me know what you've thought of Lies of P so far. Are you excited for the DLC? That's all the time we have for today though. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I will see you all next time.